Hi, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are checking out this brand new release from Mattel. We have Jurassic World Survival Wild Raw Ceratosaurus. The Wild Raw feature makes it glow this yellow tone. Around the back, we have the usual product shot of the figure in action. There's a head striking chomp in action. And here's the rest of the wave. Some facts app info. Right, now let's get this figure unpacked. Now here we have the latest Ceratosaurus unpacked with the tail attached. It's a pretty interesting looking version of this species. The paint apps look really cool across most of the figure. The figure is basically grey with these black markings across most of the figure. As you can see, we have a quality issue here at its tail. The figure has some really cool sculpt texture in and feels great to the touch. But this figure has a much larger horn than previous releases, but a much shorter tail. Now let's have a closer look around this brand new Ceratosaurus. The head sculpt looks great and is textured really well. One of the first things you notice is this large horn, which is nicely textured. The scale texturing and nostril detailing look pretty cool. With some cool detailing around the eyes and these large crests above them. All around the face, there's a nice mixture of sculpt detailing. You can get a good look at these large crest and horn, which are usually a lot smaller on previous releases. The mouth has some nice detailing inside with this pink tone. We have more various sized scoots and scales around the lower jaw. The neck has some nice skin texturing, along with some more various sized scoots and osteoderms. As we can see on this side of the figure, we have more wrinkling and vein detailing on this side of the throat. We have more osteoderms on its neck, along with this large row of spikes, which then run down its back and get slightly larger. And just look at that cool osteoderm and scale detailing along the sides. Then we have the quality issue on our figure and the really short tail. The small tail looks out of place and doesn't fit very well. Around here we have some nice texturing and wrinkling around the rear legs. The skin texturing across the rear leg feels really rough to the touch. We have this huge calf muscle and these scoots here on its feet. The body has even more of the same texturing with some folds here in the lower part of the body. The arms are quite muscular with a reptilian look to them and with some fine scale detailing. The claws on the hands look nice and sharp. Gotta say, the colour scheme on this figure looks great with this grey base colour and black markings. I like how the lower part of the legs are black and then transition into these black markings. And turn the figure over, we have even more black markings and detailing underneath. And here you can see the fine scale detailing here on the lower jaw. Here's the facts app code that we'll scan in later. There's a great looking Ceratosaurus, but I wish they had given it a longer tail. Check out the articulation. The tail can twist, but it's quite stiff. The rear legs move like this. Now here are the arms. They move forward and backwards. Out to the side. And the articulation on this side is pretty much identical. Here's its rear leg, his arm, and the neck is articulated by its Wild Raw feature. The figure has a button on its side. When you press it, it activates its Wild Raw feature. We have this head chomp in action. It lights up yellow and activates roaring effects. The lighting effect really stands out against the grey and black. Here's a front view. Here you can see inside its mouth. And the lighting effects also show through this side of the figure. We have approximately 4 different roaring effects. Looking at this figure, it's a real shame that Gorgosaurus wasn't a Wild Raw release. Now here we have its facts app code. Now let's scan him in. Here he is scanned in. Here's the front of him. Side, back, other side. Here's the info. Here's how tall he is, dive meat, weighs him as 3 pigs, and he's been found in various locations around the world. Now let's do a comparison with some other Ceratosaurus figures. On the left we have Hammond Collection, on the right we have Dino Escape Raw Attack. Now here we have the Hammond Collection figure. It has a thinner body and a very different head sculpt. Here you can see a very different head sculpts and different style of horns. Here's another angle. You can see the differences in their head sculpts and a smaller crest above the eyes on the Hammond Collection figure. Next up, we have the Dino Escape Raw Attack release. Again, this one has a different style of head, body, and horn. Now here's a closer look at their head sculpts. You see the differences in the Raw Attack's horn and head. Here's another angle. You see the differences in their head sculpts and the smaller crest above the eyes. Now here we have both their action features. The Raw Attack has 3 different action features. The Raw Attack comes with 3 levels of sound effects. And every time you activate it, the jaws open much wider. This brand new wild raw Ceratosaurus is an interesting release from Mattel as part of their Jurassic World survival theme. The subtle artistic license with the large horn and the crest above the eyes don't look out of place on the figure. The light effects look great on this figure. The one thing I don't like on this figure is its really short tail. But besides that, it's a great addition to the new survival theme. But it's a real shame about the quality issue here on its tail. It's great to get a brand new figure and not a repaint. Hope you enjoyed this video, thanks for watching.